at the time, comes out and says, I don't think she was doing it on purpose. The coach says, go all the way to the front. This is how she plays. Look,
damn, girl.
She's obviously very sweet. She doesn't at all have any negative intent at all. She doesn't hit hard, and she plays very clean basketball.
White privilege.
And watch what she does to the eyes. You see?
Ooh, wow. The play in the last game, I didn't see the play in real time.
That's her in the back.
You sure about that? You sure about that?
Straight to a press conference.
So you can pause it right there.
And that's her right there.
That's her in the back, and that's the foul.
Here comes kindness.
I stand by them. I will always stand by them.
Amen.
Everybody else can go to hell.
Wait a minute.
Kindness.
Wait a minute.
So you know what? We need kindness.
Grace.
They go high, you go.
Grace. Sounds like a wholesome
go
Christian. And
low,
goes, hey, by the way,
we go
to hell, and then you leave. Walking, talking contradiction.
Everybody else is trying to divide our locker room. No, not having your players back will do quite the adequate job at doing that.
What if everything fans thought they knew about the Stephanie White and Sophie Cunningham controversy was completely wrong? A new wave of discussion is exploding after Patrick Bet-David reportedly weighed in on an alleged recording connected to the situation. And if the claims being discussed are accurate, this could add an entirely different layer to the drama. The biggest question isn't just what was said. Just why was it allegedly said in the first place? Sophie Cunningham has already become one of the most talked about players in this ongoing WNBA storyline, while Stephanie White has faced growing scrutiny from fans over how certain situations have been handled. Now Patrick Bet-David's reaction is putting even more attention on the controversy. But here's where things get interesting. An alleged recording can sound shocking, but context matters. Was there a larger disagreement behind the scenes? Was something taken out of context? Or are fans hearing a side of the story that they were never supposed to hear? That's exactly why the story is spreading so quickly. And if more verified information comes out, the conversation could get even bigger.
After the Dejanay Carrington clothesline from hell incident the other day, in which she came out and said, oh, Dejanay's she's not a dirty player. She just plays real hard. Blah, 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 blah. I mean, look, she turns into the Charlie Brown teacher pretty quickly with a lot of people. At least with me, she does. The moment I realize she's going to do it again and not back her own player, yeah, I'm out. I got to tell you, one of the most obvious traits of a terrible leader, not taking any responsibility.
Be fired immediately. Indiana Fever head coach Stephanie White walked past her own player Sophie Cunningham to check on Dejanay Carrington after the hard foul.
Yeah, I mean, look, it was a hard foul. I don't think that Dejanay intentionally came out to get her across the neck like she did, but it did happen, and I thought it was the right call. But, one of the things about Nay is that she's going to play her butt off, man. She's going to compete. Nobody's going to go walking in for a layup. And so I don't oppose the hard foul, but I also don't think that she intentionally went for the neck.
Patrick Bet-David just entered a WNBA controversy that was already getting heated. And now fans are asking one massive question. What really happened behind the scenes? Discussion surrounding an alleged recording involving Stephanie White and Sophie Cunningham has sparked another wave of reactions online. But there's an important distinction here. The recording and the claims surrounding it should be treated as allegations until independently verified. Still, Patrick Bet-David's reported reaction has pushed the story back into the spotlight. Why? Because Sophie Cunningham has become a major part of the conversation, and fans are closely watching every development involving her and the Indiana Fever. If there really was tension behind the scenes, people want to know where it started. Was it basketball related? Was it personal? Or was this simply a disagreement that became much bigger after everything happening around the team? Those questions are exactly what are keeping fans watching. And the more people discuss the alleged recording, the more pressure there is for clear answers. But there's one detail that could completely change how this entire controversy is viewed.
I can't believe that Stephanie White kind of stood up for Carrington. You would never see Shell Reeve, Becky Hammond doing this. You may think something, but you sit in a press conference and say that in front of your team? You don't do that. That's how you lose the team. The team will go against you. What? I'm blown away by that. You can think, oh, I used to coach her, talk to her on the side, whatever, but you don't go on national news and basically put down your own team.
And why is Fever coach Stephanie White defending DeJournay Carrington over her own player? That is absolutely bizarre, considering you can watch the replay of that, and it was absolutely unacceptable what happened to Cunningham. Both Sophie Cunningham and Caitlin Collins are wonderful role models for young children, and they play the game exceptionally well. Sophie Cunningham said that the hit by DeJournay Carrington was intentional, but Sophie Cunningham's coach sided with Carrington. Carrington is a Chicago Sky Guard that was once coached by White. I just can't understand why the WNBA is not doing more to protect their players. When Stephanie White was interviewed, she said she doesn't oppose the foul, but she definitely doesn't think it was intentional. That Carrington plays her butt off. That's a pretty generous interpretation of what happened to Sophie.
Stop scrolling for a second, because this WNBA controversy just took another unexpected turn. Patrick Bet-David is reportedly reacting to an alleged recording that has reignited the conversation surrounding Stephanie White and Sophie Cunningham, and fans are divided. Some believe the situation reveals deeper tension behind the scenes. Others are warning everyone not to jump to conclusions before the recording and its context can be fully verified. That distinction is extremely important, but regardless of which side you're on, there's no denying that the controversy has captured attention. Sophie Cunningham has already become a polarizing figure in recent WNBA discussions, and Stephanie White has also faced intense online scrutiny. Now, this alleged recording has created another layer to the story. The real issue isn't simply whether Patrick Bet-David agrees with one side or the other. It's whether the information being discussed actually tells the complete story. Because a short clip can create one impression, the full context can create another. And until everything is confirmed, fans are left with one giant question. What happened before the cameras and before the controversy went public?
In the last game, I didn't see the play in real time. I went straight to a press conference. I thought the play got called right. Thankfully, Sophie's okay. Was it egregious? Absolutely. When you have a chance to watch that over and over and over on replay, you can see that. I didn't have that in real time.
Were there any
I take personally any suggestions that I don't 100% always have my players back. I ride with them 10 toes down all the time. All the time.
I couldn't see it.
Say about the play in the last game, I didn't see the play in real
That's
time.
her in the back.
You sure about that? You sure about that?
Went straight to a press conference.
So you can pause it right there.
And that's her right there.
That's her in the back, and that's the foul. What do you mean you can't see the foul?
Unbelievable.
And she says she got a better view than some of the referees got. And then this is how she comes and cries on TV about the criticism she got. How dare people on social media call her out? Go for it.
This story was already controversial, but Patrick Bet-David's reaction has people talking about it all over again. An alleged recording connected to Stephanie White and Sophie Cunningham is making waves online, with fans debating whether it points to deeper tension or simply another misunderstanding. And this is where the story gets complicated. There are plenty of claims circulating, but not every claim online has been verified. So instead of immediately picking a side, the bigger question is, what can actually be confirmed? Patrick Bet-David reportedly questioned the situation, bringing fresh attention to the controversy. Meanwhile, Sophie Cunningham's supporters are demanding more transparency, while others believe people are moving too quickly based on limited information. That divide is exactly what makes this story so explosive. Because once fans believe there's something happening behind closed doors, every new clip, comment, and reaction gets analyzed. And suddenly, a single alleged recording becomes part of a much bigger WNBA conversation. But there may be another side to this story that fans haven't heard yet, and that's what could make the next update very interesting.
Were there any
I take personally any suggestions that I don't 100% always have my players back. I ride with them 10 toes down all the time. All the time. They know that. It's a shame that we can't have an opportunity to talk about what great basketball they're playing. Because they are f***ing playing. The reality is, with me, I will always lead with love. I will always lead with grace. I will always lead with humility. And I will always lead with integrity. Doesn't mean I'll always get it right. I'm also human. The hate, the fear-mongering, the divisiveness, the stuff that's trying to hijack our league will not win.
On the spot. Now here we have her completely so far away from the basketball, just slapping Tiffany Hayes in the face. Let me just reach and see if I could grab some face real quick. Just smacking Tiffany Hayes in the face. Not really not that big of a deal. Steph, any thoughts on this one?
One of the things about Nay is that she's going to play her butt off, man. She's going to compete. Nobody's going to go walking in for a layup. And
Fair enough.
Could one alleged recording completely change the conversation surrounding Stephanie White and Sophie Cunningham? That's the question fans are asking after Patrick Bet-David reportedly reacted to the controversy. The story has quickly turned into one of those situations where everyone seems to have an opinion, but very few people actually know the complete context. And that's important. The recording being discussed has not been independently established as proof of a vendetta, so viewers should be careful with those claims. But the reaction itself is becoming a story. Why did Patrick Bet-David speak out? What exactly did he believe the controversy revealed? And why are so many fans connecting the situation back to Sophie Cunningham? Those questions have pushed the discussion far beyond the original incident. For Sophie, the attention adds even more pressure. For Stephanie White, it means every decision and every public comment is likely to receive even more scrutiny. And for WNBA fans, it raises a much bigger question about what happens when private disagreements become public controversies. Because once that line is crossed, it's almost impossible to put the story back in the box.
She comes in here in performative anger, and I look at it this way. This is not an apology. This is justification, an excuse wrapped in emotion with performative outrage. That's what I think. Wow. And she's glancing at the paper there. You know, sincere apologies don't need a one-pager. That was likely written by, I'll say likely, I don't know, likely written by the Fever PR flack and likely approved by the league. Every statement that goes out here, the league wants the...
I didn't even think about the league. Fever, yeah, it needs to clear the Fever PR, but clearing the league, that's an interesting perspective I have not heard yet. Did the league see this before Stephanie went out and did that? It's a very interesting point, Tom.
The uproar to stop, but they like the eyeballs. But this is going over the waterfall, and I look at it this way. If I was on the board, I would be saying to the CEO, you know what? I think this thing has gone over the waterfall here, and I think we need to make a change. We need to make a change in leadership. And if I was the owner of the fire, I would fire her.
I would as well.
I would say, I don't think that was...
back up
The WNBA drama just got another jolt. And this time, Patrick Bet-David is at the center of the conversation. An alleged recording involving Stephanie White and the ongoing Sophie Cunningham controversy has sparked fresh debate online. But before we go any further, remember, allegations are not the same as confirmed facts. Still, the reaction is impossible to ignore. Fans are asking whether there was genuine tension behind the scenes or whether the internet is turning a complicated situation into something much bigger. Patrick Bet-David's reported comments have only added fuel to that debate. And now people are going back through previous moments, previous comments, and previous decisions, looking for clues that might explain what was really happening. That's how quickly a controversy can grow. One moment, it's about basketball. The next, everyone is discussing personalities, relationships, and what might have happened away from the court. But here's the part you don't want to miss. If credible evidence eventually confirms what was actually said and provides the full context, the conversation could change dramatically. Until then, the smartest move is to separate verified information from speculation. Because in this story, the next confirmed detail could be the one that changes everything.